Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Hello and welcome to the Bel-E Scratch podcast. I am your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, as of this recording, it is currently July 4th.
July 4th.
In North America.
North America.
Therefore, it's about to get loud.
It's about to get loud and booming.
Yeah. It has been for the past 2 days, but today especially, and it will be for like 2 to 3 days after the fact, but today especially.
Apparently 2 days ago, it was America's Hat Day.
Oh yeah, Canada
Day.
I remember because I was watching Letterkenny as my way of celebrating because I literally don't know what else to do to celebrate Canada Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's too warm to play hockey.
And
I can't get any all-dressed chips down here.
We don't play hockey.
No.
You understand those people are skating on ice before they can walk.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, Letterkenny, like the show Letterkenny, and we love Letterkenny.
Love Letterkenny.
You love Shoresy. I'm trying to catch up to Letterkenny so I can watch Shoresy.
Listen, you don't have to watch any more about Letterkenny.
Really, it's just completely separate.
It's completely separate.
Just whatever the fuck Shoresy's doing. That's basically it.
It is.
It's not like Angel and Buffy the Vampire Buffers.
What's the guy's name?
Vampire Slayer. What?
No. The dude that wrote Letterkenny.
Oh, Jared Queso or Queso?
Okay, all right. You remember how Stephen King had Richard Bachman?
Correct.
Which was his
pseudonym?
Evil alter ego.
Oh, yes.
The bad boy.
Yes,
That's who Shoresy is.
To Jared Queso.
Yeah.
Shoresy is the Richard Bachman to Jared Queso Stephen King.
Absolutely.
You can justifiably say that. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it gives him license
to do some...
I'm not going to say questionable.
No,
I'm
but
just saying
definitely
more...
You wouldn't see it on Letterkenny is what you would basically... Yeah.
More than a minute or two.
Yeah.
I think he has a tremendous.
So Shoresy is more for like an even rougher edge.
You know, not really.
Okay.
The character.
Yeah. Of course, the character.
You begin to understand what and I don't know exactly where they're going to take it because I see the story arc where it starts.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming where the goal is.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how they're going to obtain it other than season 2.
Sure. Which, you know.
But it's it to me.
Yeah.
Someone who has been involved in sports.
Yes.
Someone who has been in that situation.
Yeah.
Playing semi-pro.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, because that was the thing you were trying to explain to me about Shoresy is essentially hockey players are the football players of the Southeast, of the North Americas.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
North America, the Southeast.
Yeah, the Southeast. Because I remember watching Lenny for the first time and going, oh my God, I know all of these people in some form or fashion. So, and that's basically what Shoresy is.
Put it to you like this. In Shoresy, there is a statement made somewhere in the first or second season.
Yeah.
First or second episode, where one of the main characters says, everybody plays hockey.
Everybody plays.
In Canada, everybody plays hockey.
Everybody.
Males, females, was-its and was-ats. If you are born and raised in Canada, you play hockey.
Huh.
Okay. Or
it is the Southeast.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Because in the Southeast, everybody plays football.
Everybody plays football.
Yeah.
Male, female, was-it, was-at, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, shit.
So it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, because
from that perspective.
Yeah, I know.
And see, that's the
it's the whole thing of
there's this one phrase that keeps popping out of Shoresy. Mm-hmm. Hockey brings people together.
Hockey brings people together. Which, well, here's the thing. That makes sense because if everybody plays hockey in Canada, of course it brings people together.
My favorite scene, and I don't mean to, in spoiler alert.
Oh, God.
Not terrible spoiler alert.
I was about to say, I'm going to watch it, you bitch.
No.
It's like you're telling me to watch it and then you're going to spoil it for me. It's like, motherfucker.
I'm not going to spoil it for you because I'm not going to give you any.
You're not going to give me plot.
I'm not going to give you linguistical details.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But there is this interaction between the owner of the team, who is a woman, and her two assistants, which are woman.
They're natives, aren't they?
Yes, the two assistants.
Yeah.
They appear to be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that for granted.
Sure.
You know.
No, that's just normal.
Even though I am native, my genetic characteristics don't necessarily present as such unless you take a real good look.
Yeah, I know. So, it's like you're basically looking at the video straight on and you see the picture of the two of us and you're like, he's not native. Well, that's first of all, we're wearing masks.
Yeah.
Second of all,
don't assume.
Don't make assumptions.
If I stood up and you were afraid of losing all the cash in your pocket,
yeah,
you'd look at me different.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, and then they go before the league. They go before the league's board.
So the owners of the team that Shoresy plays for. The owner of the team that Shoresy plays for goes. They go up to the league hockey officials, league. The league officials. 3 women. They're 3 women.
And it is
the league officials and the owners of the team. There's this an all women.
They're women.
Yeah, they're women.
And I think that's fantastic. I'm sick of this bullshit narrative about white men own everything. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, not everything.
Not everything.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't apply.
So there's this great exchange between the hockey officials.
Yes.
The league officials who are all native.
All native. Which is cool.
Which is cool.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
So.
Okay.
And it's just a room full of women.
I think I remember coming across it. I remember walking in the room when that scene was playing. And
where there's no female Tourette's.
Yeah.
Where they don't hold back.
Yes. They're not holding back.
They're not holding back because some kind of social media, social interaction.
No.
They're like wham.
Wham.
Right between the eyes.
It's like a boxing match.
It's like a boxing match. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to say it's empowering because
I think it is. I don't even know the context for the scene you're talking about, but I was like, why can't I do that? Because I cannot fucking do that around here. I don't mean the insulting, I just mean the straightforwardness of it, because even though I don't have as much context for that scene as you do, me walking in on it, I was basically looking at it as the league officials go in, God damn it, what the hell is wrong with you? Get your shit together. And the owner, and the owners,
it's women talking to women.
Yeah, and they are just chopping each other to pieces.
I have watched that scene at least 20 times.
Yeah, I know. And
it's beautiful.
And I'm sitting here like, why can't I do that?
I'm just saying.
Because if I start chopping people to bits, they start to cry.
Yeah.
Around here.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm not saying everyone down here has it coming.
No.
But the people who do have it coming, as soon as I start wheeling and dealing. Some
styling
words,
and profiling.
Giving them some
limousine ride.
Yes, this what here for verbiage. Then they want to like turtle up and cry and point their finger at me saying I'm mean. Yeah, it's like, Jared.
You started it.
First of all, it's like, hey, no, motherfucker, you owe me $2,000. I get to call you an asshole when you're late on the payment.
That's fair.
That's fair, but no. Well. No, it's something extreme where they done fucked up, but as soon as you address that they done fucked up, now you're the asshole. And
the level of customer service that actually takes business owners and business involvees and employees and bends them over the nearest table.
This is for all forms, not just retail
right.
and
this is all about to take a bath.
Yeah, I was about to say it needs to drown in that bath.
It's going to.
Good. I would like for it to at least 50% be drowned in the bath, okay? Because I don't want no customer service.
Right. The customer was always right when the customer actually had some brainwaves, some gray matter.
But exactly. And when they were willing to negotiate. Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah. You gotta be smart, and you also have to be willing to negotiate, because sometimes, look, not every business is like BK. You can't always have it your way.
Negotiation requires intellect.
Yeah, and that's every time I walk into a store and I've got a problem, I'm polite. I just state my issue. They look like they have fear in their eyes until they realize, oh wait, this person's not going to yell at me, and I will be as kind and courteous as possible because I lived through that shit. Working at a retail joint in a meth town is okay.
Meth town? That's
okay. No, that is hyperbole. Really? But here's the thing. You know where I worked.
No, I did.
The amount of people.
You got a very interesting observational perspective.
How so?
Because you were dealing with a transition of culture where you worked. See, I worked when I was younger. I worked in restaurants.
Yeah.
And food is food.
Food is food because people be hungry.
People be hungry.
You see all sorts.
The type of fare that was offered by the restaurant that I worked for was pigeonholed into a particular perspective.
Yeah.
But you were dealing with people who were trying to transition from I don't know what you're talking about, to I need me one of them there video games.
Yeah. No, that is true, because here's the thing. For legal reasons, I can't say the name of where I worked.
No, you can't.
But it is, to describe it as a nice place to stop on by and maybe pick up a t-shirt, some merch, maybe some games.
Yes, it was a particular target of the
Reddit user market.
The Reddit Robin Hood revolt.
Yeah, the Wall Street Bets guys.
The Wall Street Bets people.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was their primary target.
Oh, yeah. So, basically, here's the thing. This isn't... I wasn't in a...
transition of culture.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. I wasn't in a... This isn't a grocery store. It's a place where you gotta have some money to spend for better, for worse.
Definitely gotta have some disposable income.
Yeah. So, it's... I picked this job as the first retail job because, places like Walmart and grocery stores in general, it's a lowest common denominator type situation, because you're going to get the dregs of society wherever you go in these very large corporation lowest common denominator places. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what they are. That's why it's called lowest common denominator. You raise a donut fundraiser, what do they get? Glazed. Why? Because everybody fucking loves glazed. You don't have to get like the super specific strawberry sundae with white sprinkles. Guess what? 5 people out of 10,000 will buy those in your designated area. You lost profit.
Right.
So...
No, that's a good point.
So I picked this place.
Lowest common denominator.
Yeah, so I picked this place because I'm like, okay, at least the people who I'm going to talk to aren't going to rob me at knife point when my shift's over.
That's a good point. Yes, you are correct.
Here's the problem is with this type of place is, I don't want to call the place yes, I said meth town, but that's an exaggeration.
Well, there are some meth towns near there.
Oh, yeah, it's not that it is a meth town, it's just on the border of actual meth towns, so they kind of filter in and out. Kind of like, a little bit of a osmosis.
Well, yeah.
Just a tad.
You're dealing with that segment of the group that has all day long to do nothing
but play video games. And I used to be one.
Cash.
Yeah, and a fistful of
cash.
And
that'll run its course.
It probably,
but it won't.
It's not sustainable.
No, it's not sustainable.
No. But the other aspect of it was, yes, I had to deal with the Redditors, the moderators, the Discord admins of my particular sect of the world. And for the most part, they were decent human beings, because most people around here, save for the meth heads, of course, are decent human beings.
Yeah.
So basically everybody but the skids are assholes.
Yeah, pretty much. And the skids even came from pretty decent people.
Yeah, even the skids.
But they listened to all this bullshit that's going on in the...
Yeah, they just became fucking degens.
Yeah, they became degens, absolutely.
Yeah, basically.
They're listening to the wrong stuff.
No, but here's the thing. I got out right before it was about to flip.
That's true.
Fallout 76 was the turning point for my particular store.
Really?
Yes. Because, here's the thing. I was working at my store the several months leading up to Fallout 76's release.
Right.
And I had to listen every 5 minutes for 3 up to 6 hours. Country roads, take me home to a place I belong. Every 5 minutes on the 5 minutes, that fucking commercial, that cover of Country Road would start playing, and it's a great cover.
He's dead,
Oh, I know he done dead, but it's a great song.
Crashed a homemade airplane.
Yeah, I know. No, but the song they used in the trailer was a cover of the original.
I got you.
But anyway, it's a great song. It's a good cover. I don't want to fucking hear it ever again because it is built in my brain. I hear it in my dreams.
Oh.
I'm not joking.
All right, sure.
So, like a month before it actually released, I went and left, quit, got the warehouse job, and about couple months later, once Fallout 76 actually released and the shitstorm hit the world wide, I started getting messages from my former coworkers at my store, and some of them are telling me what happened. Some of them are wanting me to come back because a couple people done left.
Oh.
It was bad. That's when them degens took over that area.
All right.
Because Fallout 76 was such a colossal failure in damn near every aspect of video game making that it flipped the customer clientele of my old store.
Flipped it from what to what?
To, I would say, negotiable to give me my fucking money, it just, the story I told of the grandmas being cutthroats around Christmas, it's like they turned into that year round, but it's everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
People got angry and, they couldn't, they were trying to rage as hard as they could against the game, and then they took it out on the people in real life, so there you go.
Well, people that don't have the ability to express themselves Intellectually.
Yes.
With words and phrases.
Yes.
They express themselves with volume.
Yes.
And vitriol.
Because it's all they've got.
Because it's all they got.
Yeah. No, there's a reason why the phrase, when the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser is prevalent.
Yes.
Is because it's true.
It's true.
I don't know what else to tell you.
I mean, you can use it as a slam if you want to.
Sure.
But it's just it's not, honestly and truly, some will interpret it as an insult. Some will interpret it as an insult against those people over there. But it's a legitimate dynamic.
Yeah. No, I distinctly remember it happened all the time. I was, oh God, this happened years ago. Ugh. I don't even remember what the situation was. It was something in high school. Me and some friend of a friend got into some kind of heated debate over Facebook back when that was more of a thing and less of a joke. Yeah. So, you know, I don't even remember what the hell the problem was, but it was, you know, and then it was something, she and I were just going back and forth. This is before you could reply to people's comments. You just made a fucking brick of a conversation on the damn comments. Right. And she just started calling me every name in the book, and I sent her that quote, and that was the last thing I sent her, and she went on like another one or two more comment bubbles. Yeah. But I just stopped. Because it didn't matter what the problem was. Neither one of us was right, I guess. But as soon as she started doing that, I was like, oh, I don't want to participate in this anymore. Bye. Well, that's what people... Because here's the thing. I want to have... If we're going to have an argument, we can have an argument. As soon as you start, slugging at me, I don't want to play anymore. Well, that's exactly... Because I don't want to start swinging with you. And that's exactly why people institute it. Yeah. And that's exactly why people think they're smarter than people that stop arguing with them. Yeah. I won the argument. Oh! No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Not just because I stopped talking. You turned it into something else. Yeah, you turned it into something else, and I refused to engage with it. Because I refused to engage that way. Didn't you share something that was like, it was like the donkey and the fucking... Oh, the donkey and the tiger? The tiger, and the donkey's like, the sky is blue, or the whatever. The sky, the grass is blue, whatever. The grass is blue. The grass is blue, and the tiger's like, no, dumbass, it's green. And they get into a heated debate, and then they just go before the lion, because it's the king of the jungle. So basically, they just go before the expert on the subject, I guess. Positional authority doesn't make them an expert. Oh, I know. I understand what we're seeing that happen in real life. Oh, my God. But let's not get into that. Not right now. So the donkey goes, is it true the grass is blue? And the lion says, yeah, it's blue. And the donkey just whips itself up into a frenzy and just starts going out and about telling people that the grass is blue and that the lion, the king, confirmed it, therefore they're right. Yeah. And the tiger goes, what the hell? Why'd you tell him it was blue? It's actually green. You even say so. And the lion's like, yeah, it is green. But you know what else? Why the fuck did he ask me this dumbass question? Donkeys are stupid. Yeah. Basically, the king was like, first of all, why'd you even bring me this question? It was foolish to begin with. Right. And said... Because you already know the answer. Because you already know the answer to the question. And two, it's not worth wasting my time debating with someone who's just who just does not want to be right. Who doesn't want to be. They don't want to be right. They just want to win. They just want to win. They don't want to be right. They just want to win. But they only win because they back people down. Yeah. That doesn't count. No, not to me. Yeah, because basically... I want to be right because I'm the biggest dude in the room. No. There's
there's no power to that.
Not really, and it's very egotistical.
It's extremely egotistical.
Very
you telling me that I believe this is... Well, I've told people that. I've told people that the only reason you believe this is because the words came out of your mouth.
Yeah, and whatever you attach yourself to this concept.
Concept. That's what...
That actually might be... Okay, now I may... that actually might be what's wrong on both sides of the political fence is they've entrenched themselves. It doesn't matter what the idea is, the pro or the against.
No, it doesn't matter what it is.
But they've entrenched themselves in whatever this thing is that they believe in so much that to hear any sort of rebuttal or counter argument would be an attack on their personal character, despite the fact that this concept is not them, but they treat it like it is.
They treat it like it is.
So, I don't know how to fucking deal with those people.
The way that my perspective is...
it's like what's going on around here, but we'll get into that.
It's like a boss. Have you ever had a boss that wasn't while you were on the clock?
Yeah.
They controlled everything.
Yes.
They control you.
Yeah.
They control everything.
Yes.
Because they have no control anywhere else.
Oh, I know.
And their position gives them...
the power to do that.
For lack of a better expression, the power to do that. And they really control it. Mm-hmm. They're like, by God, my loved one and my offspring don't give me the respect that I'm due.
So I'm going to squeeze it out of my employees.
So I'm going to squeeze it out of my employees.
Oh, no. I have worked under one person.
Exactly.
Like that. And hey, guess what? That was the massage parlor job, and I didn't even last a month there.
Well, you were smart enough to not try to... Here, listen. There is no dishonor in retreat.
No, there is not.
When you realize that you were up against something and you're like, oh, hey, time to go. Uh-huh. Time to go.
Hell, even my current boss, she's bordering kind of on that a little bit.
Yeah.
It would have been different. The difference is the massage parlor thing, there was a lot of complex shit going on behind the scenes, but ultimately, she was my friend at the time.
Right.
And she knew that I would do the job and do it correctly if I was shown how, but that didn't stop her from basically squeezing her thumb down on me.
Right.
And I was like, hey, and then the other shit happened. I was like, fuck you, I'm gone.
Well,
and my current boss, she's her heart. The difference is her heart is in the right place.
Right.
But trying to, any sort of negotiation with her is basically being met with, you getting pressed by the wall.
Oh, yeah. You're just going to have to figure a way to get what you want by making her think it was her idea.
I know. That's why I do what I'm doing now, and when I come across someone who is unrelenting or just refuses to listen or just whatever,
right?
I basically just go, phone. I basically just go, okay, you're right. Just agree with her and move on.
Sure.
So, the same thing in that story. Yeah. Just agree so they leave.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Does it make me less?
Yes.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Sure.
And there's also blessed are the skullcrackers, because sometimes
I don't know. I mean, sometimes. No, that's right. No, sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes you just gotta say, hey, stop it.
Yeah.
And mean that.
And mean it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And, you have to be willing to...
take a beating for that as well.
You have to be willing to suffer for your position.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the whole thing right there. See, that to me, when somebody becomes insulting, that tells me that they genuinely don't support their own personal vocal position.
How so?
Because they're attacking you.
Yeah.
They're not saying there's something wrong with your position. They're saying there's something wrong with you. Oh, you're a Nazi. You're a fascist. You work for the Salvation Army. You understand what I'm saying?
Basically, just hurl insults.
They just hurl insults at you and trying to shut you down.
There's also the whole thing, like I mentioned,
insecurity.
No, that's what I was talking about earlier about this attachment to this concept, seeing it as you when it's not you, or just being really attached to it.
Right.
Where you can't see yourself outside of it. Is part of it is also they see your either opposition or, in my case, around here, my indifference as a personal attack because they've entrenched themselves into whatever they're involved in.
What do you mean you can't have an opinion on what's happening right now? Don't you understand?
Yeah.
It's the end of the world, God damn it.
That's basically what's happened.
Basically what's happening.
No, and what has happened for me personally is just, I don't want to get into it.
No.
But the RVW, red versus white.
Crossing a river. Rowing a boat. Wading across.
Yes. So, that was actually clever. That was actually pretty decent.
Woo!
Rowing the boat versus wading the water.
Yes.
There you go. So, that might be the title of the episode. I don't know.
Don't hurt me.
So, essentially, my opinion is neutral. Because my opinion...
No, my opinion is situational. Yeah, I'm like that. My opinion is situational.
Yeah, I am not so attached to the pro side versus the against side. So I ultimately just result in meh. It's not because it's not the whole thing of, oh, you want to be oppressed? No, it's not that. First of all, first and foremost, if the people dressing as the handmaidens are telling me about oppression, first of all, you're dressed wrong.
Okay.
If you want to protest, don't protest as the people being oppressed. Protest dressed like the people out of Xena Princess Warrior.
Yes.
Okay?
You want to be a victim, there's a big line right over there. Okay.
No, dress like warriors. Go fight. Yeah, I will believe in that cause faster because that means you have a higher opinion of yourself that you're willing to fight.
I cannot tell
you. You're willing to be
when
you.
The most recent...
you're willing to struggle to be you.
And people talking about, my government doesn't love me. I don't mean to be glib, and I don't mean to make fun of these people.
No.
I don't really know how to deal with it any other way.
I don't either.
The fact of the matter that you think, okay, first of all,
nobody loves you.
You don't matter to the machine.
No.
I don't care who's driving it. That isn't anything to be all. And I spent years.
You don't matter until you do matter.
Right. I spent years being really pissed off, and cause I didn't matter to the machine. Well, who do I think that I am that I should matter to the machine? And what you don't realize is because it's the machine, that dynamic never comes into play.
And not only that, but
it's not a choice.
What is the upside to mattering to the machine?
Exactly. What is the upside?
I like it. I like the idea of me just being some local backwoods, just some local backwoods Gandalf that, grows aloe vera and, medicine herbs. And, someone's like, hey, I have had a cold for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, oh, drink this tea.
Well, yeah, everybody brings something to the table.
Yeah.
But there's this thing where people don't have personal power.
Yeah.
They don't have anything within themselves. I personally, honestly and truly, I believe everybody does. I believe everybody has personal power.
Yes.
I believe everybody can bring something to the table. But they are...
For one reason or another.
They are, unfortunately, nurtured in a way that allows them to dismiss that.
Yes.
Which makes me really sad.
Yes. I think that will turn around.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
I want people to see themselves more than just some.
No, there's a big
cog in the machine.
No, there's a big spiritual revival coming.
Oh yeah,
for everybody. Yeah, for everybody. Not just
everybody's about to get rebooted.
Yeah, everybody's about to get rebooted. Everybody. So no, it's not just the pagans. It's not just the Abrahamic people. It's not. No. It's everybody.
If you were within the continental
because think about
property line of North America, 20 years.
Oh yeah.
There's a reset.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, everyone's already shouting it's the end of the world. What do people do when it's the end of the world? They flock to somebody who's going to make sure they're taken care of.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? That's where that reset's going to come out of.
It is. History proves it out.
If you say the world's going to end, it just makes people want to seek out the afterlife then, because that's basically abandoning ship. Think about it. It's the spiritual equivalent of abandoning a sinking ship. You tell people the world is going to end, it's all gonna just come to a complete halt, no more life, no more death, it's gone. People are gonna go, let's go somewhere else!
Go somewhere else. Wow, that's awesome. That's cool. I like that. Abandoned ship.
Now, some people will see it as that.
And years from now, we'll look back on this time.
Oh, yeah.
Just like we look back on our own history 100 years ago.
Sure, with the perspective of whenever. Yeah.
And we'll say, oh, well, those people were so ignorant that they acted in the... It's just...
It's humans being humans.
Humans being humans.
You know, doing what they can in the moment.
We're all just trying to get through each day.
One day at a time.
This life one day at a time.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that because that's it.
Because that is it.
Because that tree out there is the same thing.
Yeah.
It rains, it storms.
Sometimes it's bright and sunny.
Sometimes it's bright and sunny. Yeah.
But it keeps going. Indeed. So
that's the secret.
Oh, yeah, that's basically it. And essentially what has happened, going back to what I was talking about, is because of the whole rowing versus wading.
That's awesome.
That's going to be the title.
Rowing versus wading.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not too entrenched in either side, but personally... what it looks like from my observation is, number one, it didn't really look like it was set up to be a law or any sort of amendment in the first place. It was more like a suggestion.
Technically, yes.
You know, like a case that was open and being looked over, and in the meantime, people just, opened up what have you and took advantage of it.
Well, here's the thing.
They basically turned it stateside.
It was flawed from the beginning.
Sure.
And the proponents, the people who supported that particular ruling, never made the move
to put it into law.
To put it into a stronger position.
Yeah, basically. So you can look this up. Like, we're not lying.
No, it has nothing to do with my opinion.
No, this is literally what happened.
This is literally what happened.
It was basically
it's kind of like...
they literally just didn't make it a stronger law or anything.
They didn't do anything...
they just had it open on the counter for everyone to see.
They took it for granted is what
basically, they took it for granted.
They took it for granted.
Yeah.
When it was flawed from even people who are even legal scholars who supported that perspective.
They admitted that
it was very flawed.
Sure, and what this ruling today, they basically just said, all right, how about this? The states take care of it. Which, in my opinion, was probably the smartest move they could have done. Making it a state issue.
That's the
original.
Making
it a state issue.
You have to understand that the people that wrote the documentation that supports the government in North America, were living when they wrote it.
Yes,
were living under an oppressive, authoritarian.
Coming from a singular person,
regime.
A singular entity.
Yeah.
So they were.
So they created someone said, hey, I got a good idea. Mm-hmm. And they structured the government a certain way.
So honestly, that and truly, one entity could not overtake.
They literally structured the government of North America to stalemate.
To stalemate.
To get nothing done. Honestly and truly.
Wouldn't it be better?
We call it checks and balances.
Yes.
But
it does make it a lot harder for, just a sudden regime takeover, because that shit happened a lot during royalty and when there was, councils and oligarchies.
Right.
It was a lot harder to coup something if stuff like that was in place, or it was more than just, the king and the church. What else? Oh, that's it. That's all the people in charge. Oh! So we just killed 2 people and let's go! Let's go! You see what I mean?
It's king. It's
king.
It's government.
Head bishop.
It's government.
Maybe the military, that's it.
It's government, religion, and individuality. It's someone who has enough wealth.
Enough gib for gab, too.
To have any kind of control.
Indeed.
Those are... those are the 3 main entities warring for control of everything.
Basically. So, I'm trying to backtrack. So, basically what had happened is around here is started when the ruling decision about making the issue at hand a stateside issue, which in my opinion was the smartest thing they could have done, making it a state issue, because this country is so damn big, you cannot make everyone happy.
All right, listeners, this is what you don't understand. And I'm sorry you weren't taught this or you're too dumb to understand it, but it's on your head because you're getting ready to hear what I'm getting ready to say. State sovereignty. Okay, there is no such thing as a federal government. Each state is just like Europe. Each state in North America is its own country. It is its own sovereignty. Okay, and I'm sorry that you didn't learn this. I'm sorry that for some reason you were sick that day if you were from my generation, because your generation never even had it taught to
you. Not really, no.
Not really, no. And you do not, it goes back to, and basically what it says is the local people get to decide what happens to them.
Basically.
And people that are 3,000 miles away from here, and we've lived there.
Yes.
Don't get to decide
what happens
here. And we don't get to decide what happens out there.
Yes.
That's fair.
Because you cannot make everyone happy.
You can't make everyone happy, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
With a single broad
stroke, whatever.
A single broad stroke law will not appease everyone across the continent, and even off the continent. You see,
our language has different accents.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, you want to get a pie?
Get a pie.
Get a pie?
Get a pie.
A what? Let's go get a pie. You mean pizza?
Yeah.
That's New York.
Let's get a pop. Pop? Yeah, pop.
They mean soda.
I mean soda.
Or a Coke.
Or a Coke. There are parts of this country that they call soda Coke, even though they're not going to go get a Coke.
No.
They're going to go get a soda.
Yeah.
But they call a soda a Coke.
Yeah, so they say they're going to go get a Coke, and they come out with Sprite. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell's wrong with you?
You're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all.
So, of course, these people are not going to make the other people happy with what they decide to do for themselves as well as everybody else. So them turning this issue stateside, because California is not going to get rid of its laws about it. No, they're not.
I don't know what they're going to do.
You know what? Let them be. That's what I'll tell you what you're going to do.
That's exactly what's happening.
Let them be.
Let them be. Sink or swim.
Sink or swim.
Okay.
And that goes for everybody.
That goes for everybody.
So, here's the thing. They're not going to overturn their legislature. And the people around here that I used to be friends with. The fact, I told them straight up, it's like, look, if you are shocked and or upset that this area of the country decided to vote against that issue at hand and just ban it outright, you're stupid. Like, where do you think you live?
Where do you think you live?
Like, this is not L.A. This ain't New York. You don't come from... This is not the North. This is not the West.
Right.
It's the Southeast. The fact that you're shocked...
That you're shocked.
Means you're stupid and not paying attention.
You haven't been paying attention.
You have not been paying attention.
And if you want to move...
That's fine.
That's fine. We did.
Yeah, we did. That's the thing. We physically moved out of this area.
Out of this area.
You, because I was like a kid at the time. Yes. You said, man, fuck this place. I'm tired of all these people.
Yeah.
You know, thumping their books at me.
Thumping the book at me. Telling me where I need to be and how I need to dress. I'm going where they don't do that. You found the exact same thing, but with, like... Dianetics or something. Yeah.
Whatever.
I realized that those places were much more dangerous.
How about that?
And when I was, if I would have been single,
you probably would have toughed it out.
Without children.
Yeah, you would have toughed it out.
Yeah. It's kind of like, honestly and truly, living on the West Coast versus living on the East Coast is like becoming a parent and realizing you're going to have to sell your sports car for a 4-door sedan. You're going to have to make some changes to accommodate the choices you have made.
Indeed.
And it's not a bad thing.
This is just the nature of it.
It's just the nature of growing. Of it. Some people would say advancing. Some people wouldn't. That's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
But that's technically the simplistic aspect.
Yeah,
of it.
basically.
That's basically all it is. You're just like, oh, okay, it's too dangerous, and that's exactly what was happening. It's too dangerous to live here anymore. Mm-hmm. We need to go somewhere else.
Exactly.
And there's this huge migration away from these dangerous areas.
Yeah, into safer areas.
Into safer areas like our neighborhood. Which better stay safe. Mm-hmm.
But
we're already planning on dealing with that anyhow.
Indeed.
I don't know. To me, when I see these patterns, I don't understand why it's not glaringly obvious to at least half the people who are involved.
I don't know.
It is just beyond me how people just can't see it. Okay, all right. You're sailing a boat and the water's choppy. Well, sail away from this.
Sail away.
You got two choices. You can sail directly into the storm
and just get it over with,
or sail away. Pick one.
Yeah, you gotta pick one. Don't just toss your anchor over the side, stop completely, bitch about it, and wait for the storm to pass over you that you wanted to avoid, but you didn't make that decision.
Pick one. I don't know.
No, and plus, my neutrality to the whole thing also pisses people off, because I'm just like, it's not that I don't care, it's just, at this moment in my life, it's not applicable.
I'm going to tell you what pisses them off, because they hold you in such high regard, and they want you to validate their choice.
And I won't, because...
Either way.
I'm like, look, I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah. That's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
People are so okay. If you're so sure of the decision you make, why do you need other people to validate that choice? Why?
Exactly.
Why? You know why? Because you're insecure about it.
That's where the insecurity comes from.
You're not sure about it, and that's why you get mad at people that don't support your position, because you don't support your position.
Not really. No.
Not really. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's some decisions I've made with you and your brother that people have had issues with. You know what? I don't even remember their names.
What, like not having cell phones before the age of 14?
Yes.
Something like that?
Something as simple as that. Well, there must be something wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with me. And here's the thing. I don't think there's something wrong with you because you made a different choice. About 90% of the subject matter. Obviously, there's a 10% that's just completely dysfunctional.
That doesn't count. That's an outlier.
And fortunately for me, those people don't have enough backbone to bring that stuff up in the first place because they know it's wrong. And that is, we ran into, that was one of the, we homeschooled because we were on the road.
Yeah, because we were on the road.
And then to get into that homeschool group out in California.
Yeah.
That was completely non-religious. That was interesting.
Indeed.
Their issues with public education was the same issues I had with public education.
Yeah. Just from a different perspective?
It was a different perspective. Mine was a little more fundamentalistic.
Yeah.
And theirs was not.
But either way,
they saw the flaws
yes.
of a particular type of public education.
That's fine.
And that's fine.
I
didn't chalk mine up to something religion related, and they didn't chalk theirs up to something non-religion related, but we all had common ground.
Yeah. And, I only remembered going to 2 of those things, to be fair. 2 or 3.
There was some people that let their, you don't remember.
Not really.
There was some people that their issues with public education because public education would not allow their children to go as far as they wanted them to. It wasn't a matter of being held back. It was a matter of being contained or corralled. It was the matter of letting their kids do whatever they wanted.
Well, yeah.
That was interesting. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's a religion too.
Technically, yeah.
It's a system of thought.
Indeed. It's a school.
It's a system of belief.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Something. But whatever.
Whatever.
So, yeah, it's just it's kind of a mess right now, and
it's always been this way.
I know, but now it directly affects my career.
Oh, it gets on, yeah.
Yeah, because here's the thing. On the one hand, we're already in the middle of a fucking recession.
We are. Kiss my ass, people. We are.
No, we are.
2 quarters of negative growth, that's a recession.
Yeah, that's a recession.
The media, I cannot believe the media is, I don't know, are they lying because they're evil, or are they lying because
they're scared?
Because they're scared. I don't know.
Maybe both, and some didn't. I guess some do, some don't.
You're going to see an escalation of crime. You're going to see an escalation of life.
I've already seen an escalation of crime
because human beings are really.
A person is smart, but people are, what the hell did K say to J? Oh, fuck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That quote from Men in Black? People are panicky, dangerous, wild animals, and you know it. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference. The madness of crowds.
Yes.
The madness of crowds. Yeah.
That's the difference.
People are so scared that someone else is going to disagree with what they're doing. There are parents that are putting their children in the crosshairs of death. Because they don't want their peers to view them in a negative perspective. They're willing to sacrifice their children.
Just so they don't get looked down on.
Just so they don't get looked down on by their peers.
Their peers.
Okay. Their children's life and well-being comes second.
To the peers.
To the parents, while their interpretation, their perspective of their peers becomes primary over their children. To me, that is just one of the saddest things.
What makes it even worse? What makes it even worse is by accident or on purpose, you do de-level in status, and those people either forget who you are or they just chew you to bits. And that wasn't a friend to begin with if that happens.
No.
So you sacrificed all of this lost status. They don't even remember who you are. And it was all for nothing.
It's all for nothing.
It's all for nothing. Yeah.
It's all for nothing.
The only thing that you can afford, the only thing that's available to you is to hopefully grow as an individual and don't do that dumb shit again.
Why can't we do that?
Fuck if I know.
That's what the trees do. They weather the storm. They might be a little scarred, a little gnarled.
But they keep going.
But they keep growing.
And that's why they live longer.
That is why they live longer.
How about that?
How about that?
So.
There you go. Ba-da-ba-ba.
Yeah, on the one hand, the recession, going back to what I was talking about, on the one hand, the recession, people who have money are on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
People who sort of kind of have money are holding on to their purses.
Yeah.
People who don't have money don't come see me. And I realize that having a personal trainer is a luxury. I admit that.
It is.
I understand that.
It's like having somebody come clean your house or cut your grass.
It's a luxury.
It is.
It's a luxury.
It's a luxury. Disposable income.
Disposable income. That's all it is. And and I understand that because for me, being a personal trainer is what I do. It's not who I am.
Right.
That's why I have issues with my boss. Is being a personal trainer is who she is.
Yes, you are.
That is who
correct.
she is.
She doesn't understand your perspective.
My perspective of this is a job. There's more to me than what's inside this building.
And you don't look down your nose at her.
I do not. Because she found what she wants to do.
Exactly. That is what she is. And hey, that's cool.
I envy her for finding and cementing herself as what she is and who she is.
Right.
She's living her dream.
Her dream.
And I envy her. No, it is not a matter of, damn it, you're annoying, and she is annoying. But I'm like, you found what you're built for.
Right. Right.
Yes,
right.
Yeah, you do go through the stress of it because you're trying to help someone that can't help themselves, and that's why I do feel for her.
Hey.
Because she is that person that should have been told, when lifeguards are trying to save people and someone is struggling so hard that they're pulling them under, they have to let them go.
They have to let them go.
She has not really crossed that bridge.
She hasn't learned that yet.
And somehow, in 20 plus years, I mean, it's
a.
But to truly see someone that cannot be helped, refuses or just cannot be.
Oh, it's crazy.
She really has not had the experience of someone who cannot be helped. Doesn't want it, doesn't need it, or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
But she will still push the envelope and push the envelope and push the envelope and drive herself crazy trying to find the solution to the problem when the solution to the problem is to let them go.
Let them go.
There's this one client of hers who is an asshole. He is one of the worst types of people ever made. He is a person who never shuts up and is a contrarian. So as they're trying to have a conversation with you, they're going to fight you for every point that you make.
Even dumb shit.
They'll
make a dumb point that doesn't have anything to do with what you just said.
Yes.
That's my mother right there.
Uh-huh.
It's like, what are you arguing with me for?
Well, here's the thing. Your ma is old, and that's how she talks.
That's how she,
That's just how she...
No, I hear what you're saying. No, you can't.
No.
I have had to...
I'm more angry at the person who's a little bit more mentally competent doing shit like that.
I personally, being an ER trauma nurse for so long, I have had to fight people down to save their life.
Yeah, exactly. But that's your job.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a very interesting observation when you come across that.
Exactly. So, there you go.
There you go.
So, this guy is...
But see, here's the thing. She's going to lose sleep at night.
Correct.
And the person that she's worrying about...
isn't.
They aren't even thinking about her.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
That's exactly my point. And that's where her and I kind of get into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Is, this guy is like... I'm going to fast for 40 days and lift real heavy at the gym. And she's telling him, no, the fuck you're not. Because no, the fuck he isn't. you and I both know this guy is about to get a rude awakening. He's fucked. This past July 1st, he started a 30 to 40 day complete fast because he can't lose weight because he won't stick to the diet. So he's just gonna fuck himself up.
Really?
And try to lift, 50, 60 plus pounds for like bicep shit at the gym. And I told Sherry, and this is not
14 days.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
He'll deplete all the water out of his musculature. And he will pancake.
He will pancake.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, I know he will.
Let him do it.
I know.
Let him do it.
This isn't the first time he's tried to do stupid shit like this. One time he wasn't losing a lot of weight, so for like 2-3 days, instead of having his normal carb like rice, he replaced it with donuts, and he dropped 20 pounds just like that.
So he had dieted so tight, his body needed.
Correct, but I knew that.
Right.
I knew that, and I tried to explain that to my boss. She wouldn't have it, because if it's not on the piece of paper, you can't eat it.
Yeah.
And this guy, having not had been told that by Sherry, that sometimes if you diet super tight and you shake it off for like a day or two, you can drop weight because your body goes, oh God, we're fine, we're not starving, and it lets go of the fat. But she just berated him and pushed him. And now he's having to do this 40-day fast. Now, mind you, both parties are at fault in this. She is very by the book.
No, but she, and this is something.
And he's an asshole.
And she doesn't know how to motivate people without ridicule.
Or the fist.
Or the
pushing.
Or the mocking.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't understand.
No, she doesn't mock people. She's a pusher.
She doesn't.
She's a go. She's a pusher.
She doesn't understand that not everybody
needs that.
Operates that way.
Yeah, no, I've told many of my clients, I said, look, unless someone needs a pusher like Sherry, like Cheryl.
Right. Well, that's why people join the military.
Exactly.
You need someone standing over you going, make your bed, worm.
I am not the pusher. No. I am not the drill sergeant.
No.
I am.
And some people need that.
Many of my clients say, like, oh, thank God I got you. Seriously, one in particular, she's like, oh, thank God I got you. And I said, that's fine.
That's, and see,
and that's called a loyal fan base to me.
You're aware enough to understand.
Yes. But the thing is, he's gonna be punishing himself because no, the fuck, you're not picking up 50-pound dumbbells to do bicep curls when you do a 40-day fast.
No, I don't recommend
I've never done it before, but even I know you don't do that.
He won't do it long.
No, he will not do it long.
I've done,
You've done, like, a 7-day.
I've done a 7-day fast.
Yeah, a 7-day.
And even then, I drank,
juice.
Orange juice and water.
Yeah, because you still need nutrients.
Yeah, you still need something for that blood.
No, this dude out of the blue.
You can drive home.
Yeah, exactly. Basically. No, this dude, no preparation, no nothing, just out of the blue is like, oh, 40-day fast, that'll fix the problem. And I'm like, okay.
Well,
and I have to, and every time he's done this stupid shit because she won't hear what I have to say about it.
Okay.
She's having to fight him, and I've told, it's like, she's like, he keeps telling me it's too easy. I say, add more weight. But when she's like, well, when I add too much weight, then he says it's too hard. I say, fuck him. Fuck him.
He wants to suffer?
He wants to suffer.
He wants to suffer.
Yeah, I cannot tell you
There's
how many...
There's nothing wrong with that.
I cannot tell you how many times I have said to her over and over again for these various incidences in his training where he decides, this isn't working, let me do this, and her just being like, I have told her, let him do it.
Let him do it.
Let him...
It's his money.
It's his money. He's the customer.
He's the customer.
And the customer's always right. Isn't that what we say nowadays?
Not for long.
Not for long. Let him
do it.
Go. Let him do it.
Make it formal.
Make it full.
Write it all down.
No, she made him sign a consent sheet for this period of time, his name, blank, am conducting a 40-day fast in order to lose weight.
That's tough.
None of this is the fault of person and their establishment. This is all on me. I will not. Yeah, basically, she's covering her ass.
Sure.
She made him sign something to cover her ass. So when he turns around and says, "What the fuck? Why didn't?" Then she can flash that piece of paper in his face and say, "Didn't you say this was a you decision?"
Well, I mean, it can be done.
It can.
It can.
But
and and I'm going to go ahead and say this: anybody that is capable of such a task would not rub it in your face if they were successful.
Correct.
Because you have to be on a different kind of level spiritually to deal with something like that.
He's not. I can just tell you that. He's not. Look, here's the thing. People who go on these 30, 40 days fast, I have to assume they're trying to talk to Jesus or something. Like when
they're going to get to know God real quick.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, anytime I hear the words fast and more than 7 days, because 3 days is like, oh, I need to fit into this dress, or I need to fit into this tux. 7 days is like, hey, I'm prepping for some kind of major surgery, and this is the only way I can eat.
Right.
If I hear a 30 to 40 day fast, I'm like, oh,
That is technically a it's
biblical.
It's biblical.
Yeah,
Jesus in the wilderness.
Yeah, in the wilderness for like 30, 40 days.
40 days.
And he spoke to...
There are people that have, but it's usually... But see, he's making a decision based on something that's more recreational.
Sure.
Every person that I have ever come in, and I have come into contact with people that have done the 40-day fast.
Yes.
But it's always after it was something really, really tragic.
Yeah, like they needed.
Right. They lost a spouse, or they lost a child, or something.
They're in a moment of spiritual crisis.
They're in a moment of crisis.
They're in a moment of crisis.
They don't just go, oh, hey, you know what would be really cool? Next week,
I'm going to start not eating for 30 days.
I'm going to start not eating for 30 days.
Yeah, anytime.
That's usually not how it happens.
No, the first thing...
I'm not saying it's impossible.
No, but the first thing I thought of when he said 40-day fast was, okay, I don't know what God you're about to meet, but you're going to find one. I don't know who it's going to be, but you're going to find somebody.
Pastafari.
You're going to find... Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be a Pastafarian, all right.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's all fun and games, and then you fast for 40 days, and now you're getting married on pirate ships. It's a slippery slope, people.
Slippery slope, people.
So no, I was like, oh, you're gonna find some kind of representative on the other side,
and then to crow about it.
Yeah,
that's tough.
It's like, oh, you gonna piss somebody off,
and they're gonna. Hey, if you can do it, more power to you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna.
No,
I'm not gonna. The times that you're working out, I want to come in with a fresh, pizza.
Exactly. Oh, I've thought about it.
I just brought in some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, I've thought about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't eat.
Yeah, you can't eat for the next 27 days.
Exactly. No, and here's the thing. I'm not gonna poke at him.
No.
If he brings it up, I'll poke at him, but I won't incite it.
Yeah, you better.
Because he's already in a world of trouble by doing this.
I did a 7-day fast. I've done probably 3 in my life, and it was a long time ago before I was a complete fat bastard. But it will center you. Fasting will center you. Statistically, if you fast for every 7 days, if you fast 1 day out of every 7 days, I have read studies that said it will increase your life expectancy by 30%.
Mm-hmm.
30%.
30. That's a big number.
That's a big effing number.
That's a big effing number.
Okay. It will get rid of a lot of toxins.
Mm-hmm. It just allows your body to process.
It'll allow you to stop some bad habits, which, would be a bad idea for me to take another shot at it.
You know what? You know what? Actually, no. You know what? Actually,
what?
Since we're in a recession and food's expensive, that may not be a bad idea.
I'm gonna tell you something. There's a lot of
because I've been thinking about that. It's like, oh, I will save money if I fast for a one day a week.
1 day a week.
Yeah, and I live forever.
It
the
works.
only win-win is like, yeah,
it allows your body to reset.
Yeah.
It does.
Basically. So, there you go.
Our bodies only understand feast or famine. That's it.
That's it.
Okay, recreational weight loss, recreational weight gain.
Yes.
Our bodies don't understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a rationale created by the human mind.
Yeah, this is also why you can't just spot check certain piles of fats off your body.
Right.
You know, this is why you can't just do 5 billion ab crunches and get a six-pack. You can't.
Doesn't work.
Well, I mean, you can, but you got to diet that off too.
Yeah, you got to diet.
Abs are made in the kitchen,
right?
Which makes me mad.
Yes,
whatever.
But anyway,
I like eating. I want to be muscular but soft looking. I want to look vaguely like I've done work, but I don't want to look so cut I'm a Rob Liefeld superhero character.
That's fair.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Yep.
It's like, I want to be muscular, but I don't want to look like I'm about to go to competition, you see.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah.
Whatever.
But
so he's
fast that long, you'll center in a way.
Maybe he'll learn to shut the fuck up in that time.
You'll meet God.
Oh, yeah. No, he's going...
No, I'm telling you something. I watched these...
He's going to talk to somebody.
He's going to talk to somebody. Okay. I watched these...
Somebody's got his number.
Shows where they're out in the middle of the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
And they can't find enough to eat.
Yeah. And then they don't eat.
And it breaks people down fast.
Yeah, it does.
Now, they are...
If you're not mentally prepared for that...
Right. They are dealing with a different perspective because they're not eating because they can't find food versus somebody who chooses not to eat.
That is different.
It's a lot different.
Yes.
It's a lot different. And it's easier. It's easier to choose. Because all you have to do to reverse it is just walk right over there to that cabinet and get a pack of crackers.
Yeah. Versus you got nothing.
You got nothing. No fish. Your traps are empty. Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, that's different.
And it's easier to do.
Yeah.
But.
So there you go.
Yeah,
I don't know.
How many days in? He started the first?
The first. So it's the 4th. So he's 4 days in if he's doing it.
Ticonderoga. Good for him.
Sure, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It.
No, it's a guy.
Was that?
I don't know.
So
let's see. So the people with disposable income are gone. Well, they don't want to spend their money because we're in a recession.
We are.
And the other half of people who said they wanted to train with me are caught up in all the protest and shit around town. So they can't spend their money with me. And I'm like, guys.
Being a critic doesn't cost anybody anything.
Oh, well, I can't train people if they're in jail.
You still charge them.
God, I wish.
You missed your workout Saturday. I was in jail.
That's not my problem.
You signed a contract.
Yeah. And also, you had one phone call. Yeah, I can be a dick, but you know what? Everybody's got to eat. Yeah, I just don't know how to explain to my boss, like, hey, it's not that I don't want to be a personal trainer, but we're experiencing an economic crisis, so I technically can't.
Right.
So I'm gonna dip out temporarily. And you can do that at where I'm at because it's a personal, it's a private gym.
Right.
It's not connected to a corporation. I don't have to send in a resume to be overdrafted and looked over by 3 different people cross-examining each other.
Right.
I can just tell her, like, hey, I need to step back because it's going to get to the point where I can't afford to get gas up here because nobody wants to bite.
Right.
So, I have not crossed that.
And that's going to get worse.
And it is going to get worse.
It is going to get worse.
And I don't want to
The economy is...
It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse.
So, I mean, I'll keep going at it, but if I run out of people, then I just run out of people and I just move on. There's nothing I can do.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Not until it turns around, but hopefully by the time it turns around, the market will have turned around and you and I will have gone, big push, and we're just buying long on everything.
Yeah, I'm just saving money right now.
Yeah, I'm just saving money right now. So for me to not save money, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
So... no more trips to the big cities for me for a while. That's fine. There's plenty of stuff to do around here.
Yeah.
And if not, I got emulators. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's, not trying to drag the whole thing, but... No, we are here in North America. We are facing...
we're not trying to be glib about it.
No, I'm not trying to be glib about it.
No.
But we are facing a downturn, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's just the way it is.
And there's going to be an issue.
Yeah, So, this is why I've hemmed and hawed about going to that smoke shop near the college, because that place has been there longer than you have been to that college.
I've been there a little bit longer, but not much longer. Still.
All I know is that the main avenues available to me is, personal training. I've already talked about that. Then there's, Then there's the tea shop, which, that's a luxury too. I was gonna say it, a tea shop on Main Street in the middle of a recession, they're probably not going to stay open that long. Same thing with all the crystal shops on Main Street. Oh, they're going to get shut down too, because technically shiny rocks is a luxury. Oh, I wish it wasn't, because I like my shiny rocks, for better or for worse. Everyone's got to smoke. That's what the smoke shop is. It's fine, I guess. It's technically a head shop, but it's a smoke shop, really. And I wouldn't mind working over there, because I've been over there once or twice, and they seem pretty decent. You can at least sit down, which that's my big thing for retail, is just let me sit down sometimes, okay? Okay? I just want to sit down and rest for like 5-10 minutes. Maybe shoot the shit with somebody in the meantime, but, yeah. And that's kind of my plan, at least until all this blows over, because I know how to trade, but the market's so wonky right now to where I really can't do an awful lot. So...
the market is very wonky right now.
Yeah, and that pisses me off the most is I figured it out, but I can barely do anything with it.
It'll
I know it'll turn around, but I'm like, I literally just figured it out.
I know. Well, let's look at crypto. Everything really started south this past November.
Yes.
And we didn't understand the market well enough to make a play on it.
Yeah.
We caught the tail end of it.
We caught the tail end of it.
I personally caught the tail end of it and made a whole bunch of money, and then I pissed it all away. Because I continued. I didn't realize what I was involved in. I didn't realize
it's fine.
But it is going to, 80% of the time, the market is going to go sideways. It's going to be in a corrective wave. We're in a corrective wave. And, there's still a wave 3 down holding in there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there, but at any rate,
we just hadn't dealt with it before.
We're
learning.
No, we are learning. We're still learning. It's just the whole thing of like, I can't do shit. I'm having an existential crisis because I know how to activate infinity, but infinity doesn't work right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
does that make sense?
It does.
It's like, I can do this. It won't let me. So, That's what's been pissing me off the past couple of weeks, is just the whole, I don't know, it's like, oh, I got the shiny toy. Oh, you're gonna have to wait for Christmas to play with it. What? You just showed it to me.
That's a good point.
You just showed it to me, and you say I can't do anything until later. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hungry. Wait.
We're doing a thing today.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna go talk to the grandparents, or in-laws in your case, which is fine. I love going over there.
Yeah.
Is it just gonna be us, or is it gonna be everybody?
I think it's just gonna be us.
Oh, good, because... Look, I love my extended family, but if my aunt and the matriarch get in the same room, they just start shouting at each other. Not in a yelling way, although it does feel like that. No, it does. When they talk to each other, they just like to talk at each other, and they'll yell, and then other people start yelling, and it's like, please, no.
Look at me.
No,
you know,
and this is, and then you wonder why I'm outside swinging all the damn time. Want to go over there.
There's too much noise.
Too much noise. I don't feel safe. Stop yelling.
Yeah. Stop yelling.
I mean, I love them, but stop yelling. Just stop yelling.
Yeah, just stop.
That's actually something I want to say to the entire world. If and when I die, my final words to the whole world will be, please just stop yelling.
Yeah, you're being too loud.
You're being too loud. Yeah, it's not even just it's not even a come together in peace. It's a, you're too damn loud, stop yelling. Go away.
I don't know. This is all just a distraction.
I know it's a distraction. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know what the fuck is going... Not to extend this, because we're pretty far in.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the fuck is actually happening. Because first we were talking about, Grand Theft Ukraine.
Yeah.
And now the rowing versus the wading happens. And now we're in an economical downturn. And then Bitcoin crash, which we already knew was going to happen anyway.
We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, that wasn't news to us. But, then this was the big one. This was the one that got me.
Yeah.
Is all these studies coming out of California saying, hey, maybe... too much MJ, a bad thing?
Ooh.
And I'm like...
Who didn't know that was coming?
Who the fuck didn't know that was coming? Look, I'm pro-medical MJ.
Right.
Definitely to start, if you were gonna start. Don't do like Colorado, where they just said, you know what? Fuck it. You can have everything straight out of the gate.
Yeah.
And then they done fucked themselves over because they just let them have everything straight out of the gate.
But it's Colorado.
I
mean,
Who the fuck lives out in Colorado besides rich white people anyway?
That's true.
So, when you start introducing stuff like that to the rest of the populace, it's like, here's the thing. As a personal trainer, I know, no one prepares you for this, right, for any medical or human-oriented places. This because of healthcare. I know this because of personal training, which is technically not healthcare, but it is. I don't know how to define it.
You're right.
It's not healthcare in your capacity, but it's a gray area. But you still know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Human beings are notoriously bad at self-control.
Oh, yeah.
As a general rule. So the fact that they just let the floodgates open,
right, that
was the problem. It's not the MJ. It's the fact that you just let everyone be able to get it medically, recreational, grow it, manipulate it, ABCDFT right out of the gate.
Right.
That was the problem. And here's the thing. Because humans, as a rule, are bad at self-control.
Yeah.
Anytime something is presented, we'll go, hey, that's awesome. But you know what would be more awesome?
What?
Having more of it and then we'll enhance it and make it shiny and make it bigger and make this part smaller and make this part taste like cupcakes and basically they've genetically engineered so much MJ to where if you just grew it out on your own, just fed it, water it, let it, get light.
Right.
Is vastly different, like in terms of THC content,
right.
is like, maybe you could top out it, if you did like something low grade, you maybe top out like 5-10% THC in
right.
the plant.
Right.
And then there's people who have genetically engineered it to where it's like 98% THC in the damn bud. And I'm like, why did you do this? You created a monster.
Yep.
Snoop Dogg don't smoke that shit. You know how fucked up it is for people who, like Cheech and Chong, Snoop Dogg, and connoisseurs of the MJ. You done fucked up when they have to take a step back and go, hey man, I don't smoke that.
I don't smoke
that. I saw an interview with Snoop Dogg talking about moon rocks and sun rocks. And he's talking to this younger rapper guy. I forget his name, but I knew Snoop Dogg was. Snoop Dogg is like, nah, man, I don't smoke that. And he looks at the young rapper, the young man, takes his sunglasses down so he sees his eyes, the puffy, bloodshot eyes of someone who's not missed a damn day of smoking weed for probably 20 plus years,
right?
And said to this guy, I don't smoke that. For Snoop Dogg to say, I don't fuck with that is something you don't want to be fucking with.
Definitely something you should pay attention to.
That's something you need to pay attention to.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Works for me.
And I had, having a conversation this past weekend at the local market, then they're talking about it. It's like, what do you mean smoking weed's bad? I said, smoking genetically modified stuff seems to be what the problem is. Plus, too much of it. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing after all.
It is.
So, that's kind of what I mean. This whole thing of just, there's so much big shit happening, I don't actually know what is the thing that's about to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this is a big, like, if hypothetically all of this is one giant smoke screen, what is it covering up?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. It's too late.
No, it's too late in the podcast, but that's basically where I'm at in terms of the news, is if everything that's on the news is just a smoke screen for something else.
A distraction.
What is around the corner, because Russia's starting a war in their own backyard, and then it just going away.
I don't know. It's July.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what happens between now and November.
Fair, but anyway, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So, alright, I didn't mean to drop the hammer on anybody. We've just been on constant vacation.
Yeah.
Which is good, because we might as well just get it out of our system.
Might as well.
So, alright, well, that's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.